Okay, very good evening to one and all, and also to Bhante Professor M. Uparathana Thera, who will be speaking tonight. Today is Bhante's last talk. Bhante leaves for Sri Lanka on Saturday night, and I hope you had benefited from Bhante's experience over the past week when he was here for Vesak and then a few days after. And as I mentioned, today will be his last talk, and he'll be talking about heedlessness, or heedfulness, sorry, heedfulness, yes, not heedlessness, heedfulness. Bhante is actually the Dean, or Head of Department, of the Faculty of the Graduate Studies of the Buddhist and Pali University of Sri Lanka. He is also a very keen supporter of our Buddhist Maha Vihara's Dhamma Dana Series. He has been here previously. He was supposed to be here in March of 2020, but because of the COVID, we had to cancel his trip. So this is his first trip out of Sri Lanka after the COVID pandemic, right? And we are very happy to have you here, Bhante. But Bhante has also helped us whilst we're doing our Dhamma talks online during the pandemic. He had given a couple of talks, and also sadly he had to cancel a couple of talks because Sri Lanka is going through a bad period. There's no power, and sometimes, even though the talk is scheduled. But today we're very fortunate to have Bhante with us live and in person, and I hope you will take heed of the message that Bhante will be delivering. And if you do have any questions, please relay to Bhante after the talk. Okay, Bhante, could you kindly?
Okay. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Samanta cakkavalesu atra gacchantu devata saddhammang muni rajassa sunantu sagga mokkadang dhammasavana kalo ayang bhadanta dhammasavana kalo ayang bhadanta Dhammasavana kalo ayang bhadanta Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Ayung arogyang vannang saggang ucca kulinatang ratiyo patthayantena ulara aparapara Apamadang pasangsanti punya kiriyasu pandita Appamatto ubhovante adiganhanti pandita Ditteva dhammi yo atto yo chatto sangparayiko atthabi samayadhira panditoti pavuncati ti. Venerable members of the Maha Sangha, dear friends in Dhamma, today evening also you are ready to listen one discourses of the Buddha's teaching. This whole Vesak week, many disciples came to this temple before the Vesak and Vesak day. After the Vesak, every day, you all came to temple, you engage in meritorious activities. And every day you listen Dhamma talks. Today also evening, all of you are ready to listen several points delivered by Buddha for the benefit of the people. Without wasting time, I would like to explain about my topic. So my topic is very small. Today we are discussing something about heedfulness. In Pali we say appamada, heedfulness. What is the benefit of being heedful person? What is the benefit of appamada? So that is the topic today we are discussing in this time. So I recited one stanza delivered by Buddha. So this is mentioned in Sanyutta Nikaya Sagataka Vagga Kosala Sanyutta. So you know, anytime we mention which kind of sutra, which kind of topic we choose for the Dhamma talk. You know, there are 5 Nikayas in Sutra Pitaka. There are 3 baskets named the basket of discipline, basket of discourses, and basket of Abhidhamma. So among the Vinaya, among the discourses of Sutta Pitaka, there are 5 Nikayas. So you know the long length discourse, middle length discourse, and miscellaneous collection, gradual collections, like that. So there are 5 Nikayas. Among the 5 Nikayas, the most important Nikaya is Sanyutta Nikaya. Especially this Sanyutta Nikaya is mentioned in the commentary. It is a storehouse for Dhamma talking. Not only Dhamma talking, the nice Dhamma talkings. So there are many sutras. At least 7,567 sutras there is mentioned in Sanyutta Nikaya. So in Sanyutta Nikaya there is one chapter named Sagataka Vagga. Sagataka Vagga. There are many verses. In the Sagataka Vagga there is another chapter named Kosala Sanyutta. Especially the sutras delivered to King Kosala by the Buddha. So in this chapter, there is a very short discourse when the Buddha was staying at Savatthi, at Jetavanarama, the monastery of Jetavana. So the Buddha delivered this discourse to King Kosala. The name of this sutra is Appamada Sutta, discourse of heedfulness. When we consider about this sutra, there are 3 sutras named Appamada. Not only this sutra. There are 3 sutras mentioned in Sutta Pitaka named Appamada. Same name, little bit difference, but the content is same. The content is same, little bit different, but only talk about heedfulness. 3 sutras mentioned in Sutra Pitaka. So today, for this Dhamma discussion, preaching Dhamma, I selected the sutra mentioned in Sutta Pitaka, Sanyutta Nikaya, Sagataka Vagga, Kosala Sanyutta Appamada Sutta. That is my topic. Okay, so now we are talking something about heedfulness or appamada. So one day, when the Buddha was staying at Savatthi, King Kosala went to meet the Buddha. You know who is King Kosala. He is a very friendly person with the Buddha. He is very friendly. He considers he is the closest one to the Buddha. He is the very closest one. But you know, whenever he want to go to meet the Samma Sambuddha, want to go to the monastery, he want to find something about else what the Buddha is doing like that. He want to find, oh, what is Buddha doing? When the Buddha was inside his bedroom like that, he want to find what is he doing inside the bedroom like that. He want to find something else. He know he is a Samma Sambuddha. He is a very good friend, best friend, but he want to find something. What is he doing like that? Okay. So, the King Kosala also go to meet our Samma Sambuddha at least 3 times a day. At least 3 times a day he goes to meet the Samma Sambuddha. Morning time and the daytime and evening time. Sometimes he suddenly go, then 4 times go. Suddenly he goes. When he go morning time to meet Samma Sambuddha, he goes with his army. With his army he goes. When the daytime also, if he go with army, it's okay. Sometimes he go without army. Because he goes sometimes without informing to any other one. He go to around the city alone. Then no one knows, no, this is the king, Kosala. He is going secretly everywhere. What is happening in the city, what is people are doing, what they are talking about me like that, he want to find. Okay, even he want to know something about Samma Sambuddha also, what is he doing like that, he want to find. Then he also want to find something what the people are talking about me like that. Sometimes he want to find. Then one day, at the very noon, he came to meet the Buddha and he worshipped the Buddha and sat at one side. He wanted to ask a question from our Samma Sambuddha. Then he asked a question, I will repeat the Pali phrase. Attinuko bhante eko dhammo yang dhammang ditteva dhamme cha samparayikancha. Attinuko bhante eko dhammo. Whenever, sir, there is anything, anyone, beneficial for this world and next world for a person. Attinuko bhante eko dhammo. Ditta dhamma hitaya for the benefit of this world and for the benefit of next world. Then the Buddha mentioned, Attinuko maharaja eko dhammo, ditta dhammikancha samparayikancha. King, there is one point, one thing for the benefit of this world and next world. Again the king asked, then Venerable Sir, what is that? So the Buddha delivered him, Appamado ko maharaja eko dhammo. O king, heedfulness is the one thing, only one thing. Heedfulness is the only one thing benefit for this world and next world. That means the worldly life and spiritual life. Only the heedful. So the Buddha give a very small example to explain this one. Okay, so the Buddha mentioned the footprint of the animals who has the foot, the footprint of animals who has the feet. The most biggest one, the most biggest footprint is the elephant's feet. Okay, like that. So if anyone goes to find what is the biggest footprint of the animals, then he find there is only one foot, only 1 feet of the elephant's feet. Like that, if you want to find if there is anything beneficial for the useful or helpful worldly life and spiritual life, you can find only one thing is heedfulness. Only heedfulness. Okay, so in my previous Dhamma talks also I discussed something about what do you think about this world? What do you think about next world or spiritual world? So the king want to know Dittha Dhamma Hitaya for the benefit of this world and Samparayika for the benefit of next world. Okay, as a lay person, you want to make success this life, worldly life. If you want to make success your this life, what you should have? You should have the appamada or heedfulness. If you want to make success your next world or the spiritual life, for that also you need only one thing, heedfulness. Now I think you no need to explain what is the success of this world, what is the success of next world or spiritual life. Okay, so if you want to make success this life, I mentioned earlier in my Dhamma talks, you need money. You need much money. You need much wealth. Okay, whatever you earn, it should be in righteous way. You need a house. You need vehicles. The many things we need to live in this world happily. To live in this world, we need wealth happily. Without, we will be suffer a lot. We will suffer a lot without wealth. Okay, so if we have wealth or money earned righteously, we can be happy in this life. Okay, then if you want to make success your next life also, you should have heedfulness. Okay, so in the spiritual life, whatever you achieve, the success of the ultimate success is to be a Samma Sambuddha, or to be a Pacceka Samma Sambuddha, to be an Arahant. Okay, so if you want to achieve the supreme bliss of Nibbana, you can be a fully exalted one, or an Arahant. For anything you need what? Only the heedfulness. Okay, that is what Buddha has mentioned in this sutra. So at the end of this sutra, Buddha mentioned, Ayung arogyang vannang saggang ucca kulinatang. Ratiyo patayantene ulara aparapara appamadam pasansanti punya kiriyasu pandita. Appamatto ubhuvatte adiganhanti pandita. Ayung, if you want to have a long life. The ayu means long life span. Arogyang, healthiness, healthy life. If you want to have a long life, if you want to have a healthy life, if you want to have a beautiful body or the beauty of the body, saggang, and the heavenly life, heaven to be born in the heaven, and the ucca kulinatang, noble birth. Ratiyo pattayantene ulara parapara. If you have any best wishes, so we have many wishes. Many wishes. If you have a best wishes, what is the best wishes? I wish you all the best. But in my life, I have only one best wish. What is only one best wish? My best wish is to achieve Nibbana. If you have any best wish, to that best wish come through, achieve that one also, you need what? Heedful. Then this sutra Buddha mentioned, Ayung to have a long life, Arogyang, healthy life, Vannang, the beauty of the body, and Saggang, the heavenly life, to be born in the heaven, Uchchakulinatang, and the noble birth. Now you can divide these things. Ayu means this life. Okay. Arogya means, so you achieve all these things in this life. Vanna means the beauty of the body you need in this life. Okay. But you remember, every day, the long time we can't live in this world. So we have to give up all these things. We have to give up everything in this life. As we are ordinary people, so we are sojourning in the samsara. We will be born again and again. We will die again and again. We are sojourning in this samsara, so we have to go to the next world. When we go to the next world, if we want to be born in the heaven, what you need? What you need? If you want to be born in the heaven, what you need? You need heedfulness. You need heedfulness. If not, you will be born in the human world. What you need? Only you need heedfulness. Okay, so next time you will be born in the human world, you need a noble birth. Then what you need? Only you need heedfulness. Okay, so next time you will be born in the human world, you need a healthy life. What you need? You should have the heedfulness. Okay, so you will be born in human world. You need a long life. You need a long life. You want to live a long life, lead a long life. Then what you need? Only heedfulness. Okay, only you need heedfulness. That is my topic. Okay. Now I mentioned many times heedfulness. Heedfulness. Whatever you want, you need heedfulness. Whatever you want in this life, you have to practice, you have to develop heedfulness. You need appamada. Whatever you want to achieve in your spiritual life, you should have what is? Only heedfulness. Only heedfulness. Because Buddha mentioned in this sutra, there is only one thing that is called appamada. Okay, that is called appamada. So, in the Tripitaka, in the miscellaneous collections of the Khuddaka Nikaya, there is very famous book that is called Dhammapada. In Dhammapada, there is one chapter named appamada. One chapter named appamada, heedfulness. Okay, so you know what is the long length discourse? What is the longest discourse delivered by Buddha himself? What is the longest one? Longest sutra? Can you remember? There are long length discourses, 34 in the Digha Nikaya, or long length discourse. There are 34 sutras. What is the longest one? Yeah? What is the longest sutra? The longest sutra is Mahaparinibbana Sutta. What is the name of the sutra? Mahaparinibbana Sutra is the longest one. Longest one. In the Mahaparinibbana Sutra, there is mentioned the last word of the Buddha. The last word. Can you remember what is the last word of the Samma Sambuddha? The last word is Handacha Dani Bhikkhave Amantayami Vo Vaya Dhamma Sankara Appamadena Sampadetha. O monks, I say you, all the conditioned things are subject to decay. Then what you have to do? Appamadena sampadeta, do everything with heedful. Do everything with heedfully. Whatever you have to do everything with heedfully. That is the last advice. That is the last word of our Samma Sambuddha. There is nothing. Only thing is Appamadena sampadetha. Do everything heedfully. Don't delay. Don't late for anything. Don't be late. That is the simple meaning. What is the meaning of Appamada? The simple meaning is don't be late. Do everything without delaying. Do everything without delaying. That is the meaning of Appamada. I think now you can very clearly understand why I many times say Appamada, 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 heedfulness, 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 like that. Because you know, in the sutras, when the Buddha want to say, when the Buddha want to emphasize anything, when the Buddha want to emphasize something, he repeatedly say. He repeat many times. Why? To keep in mind. To keep in mind. Okay. So in Buddhism, so Buddha has mentioned there are 3 types of wise people. There are 3 types of wise people in this world. So those are named Uchchangapanya, Avakujjapanya, Putupanya. Uchchangapanya, Avakujjapanya, Putupanya. Okay. So who is called Uchchangapanya? Uchchangapanya means the person who is keeping his wisdom so on his thighs, like that. So if now you are sitting on the chairs, okay, you are sitting on the chairs, okay, so now you are keeping several books on your thigh, like that, okay, so you are keeping something here, okay, you are keeping here something. It's like Uchchangapanya. Now you are listening my Dhamma talk. You are listening my Dhamma talk. Okay. So if I explain this one like this, there are some students in the classroom. The teacher is teaching something. Students are listening what the teacher is teaching. Okay, like me, now I am giving Dhamma talk. Now you are listening to me. Okay, now you are listening to me. After I finish my Dhamma talk, you will stand up from your seat. You will stand up from your seat. Then you forget what I kept here. Then what happened? Everything fall down. Everything will fall down to the floor. Because you forgotten what I kept here. Okay? But while I am giving my Dhamma talk, you were listening my Dhamma talk and you were writing something here, okay? So because you know I have a book and I have pen, I have my bags, like that you know. But after I finish my Dhamma talk, now I say, I finish, over my Dhamma talk, I wind up my Dhamma talk, then you just wake up, stand up, forgot what you kept here, everything will fall. Okay, Uchchangapanya is like that. He keep everything here. When he stand up, when he go out of this room, he forget everything. He forget everything. Nothing in his mind. He is called Uchchangapanya. Okay. So the second one Buddha mentioned, avakujjapanya. There is another wise person. So the Buddha gave an example. So you need some water. You know the usefulness of water. You are taking a empty pot where the water is, and you take that pot and you keep the pot on the ground like that. So it is the whole of the pot you keep out the other side, not the upside. Okay. Upside down. So you keep the pot upside down. Then how you make full your pot? How you pour the water to the pot? Because the up you have keep the down. Okay, no hole. You can't pour the water. Okay, but you try to pour the water, but your pot always empty. You can't make it full. You have to take the empty pot again because you are tired. Pour the water many times, it's useless. Then you have to take the empty pot. Then what is the use of? Then how you make? How you use the water? Because you have the empty pot like that. Okay, so you know the useful of, you know the benefit of, you want water, but you can't make it full. You have to take the empty pot like that. Okay, so like that, many people know the benefit or usefulness of the Dhamma. They listen Dhamma, but when they go out from the hall, they forget everything. They forget everything. And the Putupanya is the person who know the benefit of water. Okay, he also take an empty pot, but immediately he can fill the pot with water, and he take the the pot filled with water, and he use everything, and he utilize the water, and he not only him, and he give to others also, because he know the benefit of water. Okay, so such kind of person, whatever he listen, he keep in mind. He keep in mind. Not only he keep in mind, he take into practice. He take into practice. That is the Buddha's final word. That is the Buddha's last word. Appamadena sampadeta. Whatever you want to do it with hurriedly. Don't be very late. Don't be late. Okay, there is one small story. I think actually this is not mentioned in the Jataka story, especially this story is very famous in Sri Lanka. Okay, so there is, but you can find in several countries some paintings. It is called Vyagri Jataka. Okay, it is called Vyagri Jataka. So you know, in this kappa is called Mahabhadra Kalpa. This is the greatest yen. Okay, this is the greatest yen. In this greatest yen, 5 persons become Samma Sambuddha. This is called the greatest yen, Mahabhadra Kalpa. In this greatest yen, 5 persons become Samma Sambuddha. Okay, there is one person to be a Samma Sambuddha. He is named as Maitreya Samma Sambuddha. Okay, so after Gautama Samma Sambuddha, Maitreya Bodhisattva will become Samma Sambuddha. But you know, according to this Vyagri Jataka, the Maitreya Bodhisattva, the great person, was to be the Buddha before Gautama Samma Sambuddha. According to this Vyagri Jataka. Okay, once our Gautama Buddha, as a Bodhisattva, as a great person, he was born in the rich family. After his mother and father died, after the death of parents, he gave up everything and he became a monk. Okay, he became a recluse person. At that time, our Maitreya Bodhisattva was also one of the disciples. Okay, our Bodhisattvas. His name is Ajita. One day, our Gautama Bodhisattva, so as a teacher, and the Ajita as a disciple, both of them were traveling through a forest. They were traveling through a forest. Then these both of them saw there is a tigress. There's a tigress. Okay, there are newly born babies, newly born cubs. The tigress was in danger, without food. Then she is very close to eating her cubs because she is very hungry. There is nothing to eat. Okay, she is trying to eat her babies, cubs. Then our great Bodhisattva mentioned it is better to give some food for this tigress. Okay, so the teacher sent Ajita, his disciple, to find some food. Then he went that place. Okay, before he come, what our Bodhisattva did? He thought, if Ajita is late to bring some food, definitely this tigress will die. If she die, what happened? If not, she will eat these cubs. Okay, to make survive. Sometimes she will eat her cubs. If not, she will die. If she died, what happened? These cubs also will die. Then he thinks, what? I am the person who is willing to be a Samma Sambuddha. I am trying to fulfill 10 perfections. Now this is the time to fulfill the perfection of charity. Paramatta Paramita. Okay, then he thought, before Ajita come, I should sacrifice my life to this tigress. Okay, then immediately he thought, who I am the Bodhisattva, I want to be a Samma Sambuddha, I want to fulfill my charity, the perfection of charity, therefore I should offer my life to this tigress. Then he jumped to her. Okay, then what she did, she tore her body, whole body, and gave her cubs and ate whole the body before Ajita came. Then Ajita came. Then he looked around, where is my teacher? He can't see the teacher. Then he saw everywhere the bloods and the rags and ropes everywhere scattered. Then he thought, oh, why my teacher said me to go, you go from here and find some food and bring here. He wanted to offer his body like that. Okay, because of that reason, okay, understand, because of that reason, our Gautama Bodhisattva was first than Ajita. Okay, the Maitreya Bodhisattva was to be the Buddha before Gautama. Because of that act, Gautama Bodhisattva became Samma Sambuddha before Maitreya. Okay, so there is one saying in Sri Lanka, it is a saying in Sri Lanka, Ikmang Kotai, in Sinhala. Ikmang Kotai. Ikmang means the hari is short. If you make hari, it will be short. Okay. If you hurry to do something, it will be very short. Therefore, don't be hurry like that. Okay. Don't be hurry to do anything. But according to this story, the hurrying is very short, means so you did everything without delaying, then your sansaric journey was shortened. The sansaric journey was shortened. Okay. That means a wrong way in Sri Lanka used actually. So according to this story, as a heedfulness, what you shorten? You shorten your sansaric journey. Okay. You became Samma Sambuddha immediately as a wise person. Okay. So according to this story also, now you can understand what is the meaning of heedfulness. What is the meaning of appamada? Appamada means whatever you have to do on time. Do on time. Okay. So according to this sutra, Buddha has mentioned for what there should be heedfulness. For what you should have heedfulness, it is mentioned to give up these things. Kaya duccharitang pajahata kaya sucharitang bhaveta tatthacha ma pamadattha. Vachi duccharitang pajahata vachi sucharitang bhaveta tatthacha ma pamadattha. Mano duccharitang pahaya pajahata mano sucharitang bhaveta tatthacha ma pamadattha. Miccha ditting pajahata mit samma ditting bhaveta tatthacha ma pamadattha. So it is mentioned, kaya duccharitang pajahata, remove, avoid, kaya duccharita, bodily misconduct. Avoid bodily misconduct. Then, kaya sucharitang bhaveta, develop bodily right conduct. You should avoid bodily misconduct. You have to develop bodily right conduct. Kaya sucharita, right things. You have to give up misconduct of your body. What are the misconduct? Panatipata, adinnadana, kamesu miccachara, refraining from killing, refraining from stealing, refraining from sexual misconduct. These are the wrong or misconduct of body. You have to give up these things. Then you have to cultivate. Then you have to develop what? Kaya sucharita. Okay, if you refrain from killing beings, then what do you have to develop? Yes, you have to develop metta, loving kindness, compassion you have to develop. If you refrain from stealing, then what you have to cultivate, what you have to develop? Okay, you refrain from stealing, you refrain from what is not taking, what is not given. Then what you practice, then what you develop? Practice in charity. Practice in charity. Okay, so others also pave the way how to practice charity like that. Okay, if you refrain from sexual misconduct, what you have to practice? Okay, sometimes if you want to, what is sexual misconduct? Okay, so now you can think. As you are a husband and wife, you can think. As you are the male person, you can think. Okay, really, according to the Buddhist discourses, it is mentioned only about male person. It is mentioned about only the male person, not the female. Okay, so especially as a male person, you should think. Okay, there are ladies. Okay, there are ladies who are protected by mother, who are protected by father, who are protected by parents, who are protected by brother, who are protected by the sister, who are protected by Dhamma, who are protected by the clan. Okay, if there is any lady protected by others, it is not good to engage in sex with that lady. It is sexual misconduct. If you are a husband and wife, as a husband, not allowed to engage sex with other lady, or the lady to engage in sex in other husband like that. That is sexual misconduct, according to the sutra or according to Buddhism. Okay, if you refrain from sexual misconduct, what do you have to practice? As a result of that, there are many problems in the society. Okay, there are many problems in the society. Therefore, we have to practice righteous things. Only the righteous things we have to practice. So the Buddha mentioned, tatthacha ma pamadhatta, at that place also don't be late. Okay. So many people think, okay, so I want to observe precepts. I want to observe 5 precepts. I want to observe 8 precepts this Vesak Poya Day. I want to observe precept next Poya Day, like that people think. Okay, when the Poya Day come, he think, oh, tomorrow I can't. So I will observe precept next year. Next year. Then I postpone another year to observe 5 precepts. Then what is the idea of that one? Okay. Tattacamapamada, don't be delayed. Don't be late to do these things. Be hurry. Without delaying, do these things. If you delay, what happen? We don't know next moment what will happen to me. I don't know what happened to me next moment. Sometimes I will die. Sometimes I will die in the next moment. Then, before next moment come, whatever I have to do, I should do. That is heedfulness. That is why Buddha mentioned kaya duccharitang pajahata, vachi duccharitang pajahata. Okay, avoid, refrain from verbal misconduct. Refrain from telling lies, refraining from slander, refrain from harsh words, refrain from talking useless words, idle chatter. Okay, then what do we have to talk? If you refrain from telling lies, you have to talk only the truth. You have to compare with only the truth. You have to talk only the stable words. You have to talk only the pretty words. You have to talk only the useful words. Okay, if you refrain from slander, you should only talk whatever if there is any mutual understanding and the happiness among the people, not to divide other people. Such kind of words we have to talk. Okay, if you refrain from verbal misconduct, okay, so you have to cultivate verbal right conduct without delaying. Okay, so according to Buddhism, there are 10 unwholesome deeds. You have to refrain from 10 unwholesome deeds. Okay, there are 10 wholesome deeds. Then if you refrain from 10 unwholesome deeds, you have to cultivate, you have to develop 10 wholesome deeds. Those are called dasa akusala kamma and dasa kusala kamma. 10 unwholesome deeds are what? Killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, telling lies, slander, harsh word, idle chatter, then the what is called tanha, the craving, then what is called the delusion. Okay, so these things, so these are the 10 unwholesome deeds. If you refrain from, then what you have to cultivate? 10 wholesome deeds. Okay, so in that connection also, you have to do everything without delay. Okay, without delay, you have to do all these things. So now you can understand actually what is the heedfulness, what is appamada. Okay, so I will tell you a small story to make it to clear or to make some clarify. Okay, this is a very small story, sometimes not related to this also. Okay, so there is one story, the name is, it is a short story, The Magic of 99. Okay, have you heard Magic of 99? Okay, there were two families. Okay, there were two families. One family is very rich and other family is very poor. Okay, so you know, when there are two houses nearby, okay, so the ladies are always finding what is happening in that house and what is happening in this house, and that is their habit. Okay, the rich house, the lady or the wife talking about her husband. Oh, my loved one. So you see, the border house people are very happy. They always very happy. They always cook very nicely. The smell also comes, and they also. But whether they are very poor, they are living happily. What is the reason like that? Okay, we have much money, but there is not such kind of happiness in this house like that. Then the husband didn't say anything. Husband didn't say anything. Then what he did, he took 99 gold coins, 99, and put in one bag, okay, chain bow. One bag he put in bag and take the poorest house door, and he kept at one side of the door. Okay. When the morning he opened the door, he saw one small bag is there. Then he opened that, oh, gold coins. Then he counted 99 gold coins there. Then he was very upset. If there is one more, if there is one more, then 100 coins. Okay. At that time he thought, I should work hardly. I should work from now hardly to find one more gold coin to make this 100. Okay. Both of them very hardly working. Okay, no time to eat, no time to, no wasting time. Always working, even no time to cook. Huh? You may think that is heedfulness. Is it heedful? Huh? Without delaying, do everything? No. Then the other housewife says, oh, my husband, now there is no silence at that house, no silence. Even their face also not happy. We can't say they are singing or dancing or cooking very nicely, no smell come. Then what happened their house? Then he says, that is the magic of 99. That is the magic of 99. Okay. So you can understand the heedfulness. Heedfulness means it is like that. Not like that. Heedfulness means to do wholesome things, to practice wholesome things, to avoid unwholesome things from your life. Then you can make successful this life, and you can make successful your spiritual life also. Okay, so that is the thing Buddha delivered in this sutra. I think in briefly, without talking much deep, I explain what is heedfulness. That is the thing we want to make our life, I think. Okay, so whatever want to mention, actually before I wind up my Dhamma talk, I should mention our the Mr. Tilak. Actually you look he is very happy here, but actually he is inside now. But he know the Dhamma. He know the Dhamma. His cousin before a few hours, his cousin dead. Okay. And especially I think the Rupa's husband, Raymond Silva. Okay, brother. The Nancy's? Nancy is the brother. Yeah. Raymond passed away. Raymond passed away. Okay. Raymond passed, Nancy's brother, I think, actually, because he know the Dhamma. Though I can remember one story. This is a small one. It is mentioned in the Zen Buddhism. One day, one monk wanted to build a monastery. Okay, one monk wanted to build a monastery. Then he spread that news. There was the millionaire or the rich person. He wanted to offer some money to build that monastery. Then he put some gold coins, nearly 500 golden coins, and he took that bag and take to the temple and gave to that monk. Okay. Gave to that monk. Then he said, he mentioned, Venerable Sir, there is 500 golden coins to build your monastery. That Venerable says, okay, okay. Then again he say, Venerable, there is 500 golden coins. Then Venerable say, yes, you said many times. Yes, again I say there are 500. Yes, I know you said. Then again he asked, there is 500 golden coins I have given you. Why you didn't thanks to me? I gave you 500 golden coins. Even you didn't care of me, you didn't thanks to me. You should thanks to me. Then the Venerable said, why I thank to you? Why I gratitude to you? You did this meritorious action because of me. If I didn't want to build a monastery, how you offer 500 golden coins? because of my idea, you offered me 500 golden coins. Therefore, you should thank me. Okay, you should thank me. So I told this small story actually. Here for everything, the key person is him. Okay, for everything, we should thanks to him. But he don't want thanks. He don't hope anything, because he do all these things because not only him and his relatives and his wife and everything with you, whole life dedicated to Buddha Sasana. That is why doing these things. Okay, whatever we do here, actually, so as we are Sri Lankan monks, we came here because of invitation. So you brothers and sisters, for the many devotees, as the committee members of this Sasana Abhivruddhi Society, you also helped a lot. As a result of that, so all the monks from Sri Lanka came here and we shared something with you for celebrating this Vesak festival. I think tomorrow we are leaving. So actually, if we could stay for a few days, we are very happy, but nothing to do, we have to go back. So anyway, these days you did many meritorious deeds, and you observe precepts, you practice charity, you listen many Dhamma talks, and you have accumulated much merits. So this time, I think actually, if you have any question, you can ask. Anyway, so we transfer these merits to our, especially to departed ones and the deities who are protecting us always and helping us. And especially, we should transfer this merits to our chief incumbent of this temple, who always guiding you and advising you, and Mr. Tilak Leslie, on behalf of organizing committee and all the committee members and all the devotees who came here. And so you all can rejoice by these meritorious deeds, because you as a layperson, as monks, not only monks, not only human beings, not only layperson, not only the devas, so all we need meritorious deeds. We need merits, because we all are sojourning in this samsara. So until we achieve the final bliss of Nibbana, we will be born in the heaven, we will be born in the human world. Wherever we born, we need long life, healthy life, and we need the noble birth. So we want to achieve our noble wishes. Okay, yeah, that is why we are doing such kind of meritorious deeds. So I wish you all to have a happy and healthy, wealthy life, and longevity also you have. But wherever you born, so as a human being or as a heavenly being, so wherever you born, so you can make success your life. At the end of this samsara, we wish all together we achieve, after eradicating all the cankers, after eradicating all the defilements, we achieve the final supreme bliss of Nibbana. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, if there is any question, you can ask.
Is heedfulness and mindfulness almost similar?
Of course, always we need the mindfulness. Okay, so the one time the Venerable Ananda Thera asked from the Buddha, he also asked the question, especially what is the thing, the very useful to achieve the Nibbana or like that, to be an Arahant or like that. So the Buddha has mentioned the only thing is Appamada. Or another place you have mentioned the Samma Sati like that. Okay. So in various places the Buddha has mentioned the various things like that. You know, the Buddha's teaching is, we say the Vibhajyavada. The dividedly Buddha may deliver Dhamma according to the occasion, according to the time, according to the person like that. So, you know, that's why at the very first my Dhamma sermon I mentioned the Buddha Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta delivered for 5 aesthetics 5 ways, 5 times. Not only one time. At the first time, Venerable Kondanya only understood. He couldn't understand the others. What the Buddha said. Then the Buddha what did? Kondanya and others went sent out away, and again Buddha delivered Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, the Vappa, like that. Okay. So that means all these things are interconnected, interrelated. The Appamada also the mindfulness. The mindfulness means Appamada. That means in the present moment, whatever we do, we always should be in present. We should be always in present. There is one sutra delivered by Buddha that is also mentioned in the Sanyutta Nikaya. There are 5 things we should always to be keep in mind. So we have to always reflect as a layperson, as a monk, as a upasaka or upasika, like that. Okay. So the Buddha mentioned always we should keep in mind these 5 things. What? We have not finished or the decay, like that. We have not gone beyond the decay. We have subject to decay. We are subject to old age. We are subject to death, and whatever we do, it will be the result of our action, like that. So there are 5 things Buddha mentioned. You have to always keep in these minds. That means always mindfulness in the present moment. The mindfulness in the present moment means heedfulness. Whatever we have to do on right time. If don't have the mindfulness, if you don't have mindfulness, we always delay. We don't know the present, what happened in the present. Okay. So there is one English stanza, one thing at a time, and that done well. So one thing at a time and then done well. Whatever we do, we should do one thing at a time. And that done well. That done well means mindfulness and heedfulness. Interrelated, interconnected. In one side, I can say the mindfulness is the only one thing to achieve Nibbana, like that. Mindfulness. In one side. So you know, in Buddhism, Buddha has mentioned, Ekayano ayam bhikkave maggo sattanang visuddhiya yadidan chattaro satipatthana. For mindfulness. So the Buddha has mentioned only the way to achieve Nibbana for mindfulness. Only the way. Ekayano ayam bhikkave maggo. This is the only way to achieve Nibbana for mindfulness. Kayanupassana, Vedanupassana, Chittanupassana, Dhammanupassana. That is the only way. So in the Visuddhimagga Buddha mentions Sile Patittahaya Narosapanyo Chittam Panyancha Bhava Atapi Nipako Bhikko So Imang Vijate Jatang. So according to that sutra, only the Sila. According to the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, the middle path. Okay. According to the Maha Nidana Sutta, according to Maha Nidana Sutta, the dependent origination. Okay. So all these are interconnected. Okay. So wherever anything, so we can say the heedfulness and the mindfulness and the Four Noble Truth, Eightfold Path, dependent origination, 3 characteristics of the world, and the 7 objects of the Bojjhangas, 7 factors of enlightenment. All these are interconnected. According to the wisdom of a person, Buddha delivered various discourses. Various discourses according to the wisdom of a person. Yes? Any question? No?
I can ask one last unrelated question.
Yeah.
This was actually relayed to me or asked by somebody to me, and I wasn't able to give an answer. Since you mentioned about stealing antidote for that is charity.
Yeah.
Right? So what if somebody knowingly steals to do charity? What are the consequences of that?
Knowing steal.
I mean, knowingly he stole something.
Yes.
To do charity.
Knowingly steal and to do charity. Also he has the merit. Doing charity he can achieve the merit, but the stealing the same sins have. Okay. You know, because the stealing is unwholesome action. The practice in charity is the wholesome action. But you know, according to Buddhism, it is mentioned, if you offer something, if you practice charity, it should be earned in righteous way. It should be earned in righteous way. Okay. So in the Buddha's, Buddha has mentioned in the ancient, there are some stories also actually, I can't remember what is the story like that. If you steal, in the next life, you will be lost many things. Okay. As a result of practicing charity, you will be achieve many things, but you will be lost many things. Okay. As a result of practicing charity, you can have the wealth. As a result of stealing, you will lose everything. Okay. That's the practice in charity. You know, the King Kosala's wife, the queen, Mallika. Mallika is not a beautiful lady. Mallika is very ugly one. Okay. So what is the reason? Mallika practiced in her past lives very much charity. He has given many things. He has given many things. Therefore, this life she became the wife of King Kosala, queen of King Kosala. She had a lot of things. Okay. She had much wealth. But after practicing charity, after giving, her mind was very upset. He couldn't be happy. Okay. So there are three types, Purva Chetana, Munchana Chetana, Apara Chetana, like that. Before practicing charity, our mind should be very happy. Okay. When we are giving, when we are giving dana, we should be very happy. After giving dana, we should be very happy. Okay. That is called Munchana Chetana. Okay, Munchana Chetana means give up everything. Giving up. Okay. After giving up, so what we give up, what we belong, what we have belong, we give up everything. After giving up, if one can be happy, that is the best practice of charity. But Mallika, in her past lives, she has given many things, but she was not very happy after giving. That is why she was born as the wife of the great kingdom, but her body was very ugly because of that result. Yeah. So you know, I heard one simple incident. Okay, so there was one person who has much money. Okay, he is doing business of gems. He is doing business of gems business. He has much money in Sri Lanka. Okay. But every day what he has rice with salt. He has food, only rice and salt. He can't have delicious food. But he prepare delicious food and he invite his friends and give to friends. He can't eat. He can't eat. He have only salt and rice. Why? In his previous lives, he has practiced charity. After practiced charity, he also was unhappy. Okay. Practicing charity, as a result of charity, he have much money, much wealth, but was upset. Then he can't consume. He can't do anything. Only he have rice and salt, not delicious food. Because he says, I can't eat. I can't eat. Okay. He don't like. Like that. There are many stories like that. Yes. Yes. Yes.
It's probably a bit of a silly question, but I just want to know the sexual misconduct.
Yes. Have marriage life and have few wives. Also sexual misconduct. Yes, of course. Yeah, really it is mentioned. Okay, so it is mentioned Maturakkita, Piturakkita, Bhaturakkita, Bhaginirakita, Mata Piturakkita, like that is mentioned. Okay, sexual misconduct means there is one lady protected by mother, protected by, that means before, without marrying. Okay, don't marry. Protected by mother. Before that means she is not married. Protected by father, not married. Protected by brother, not married. Protected by sister, not married. Protected by parents, not married. Protected by Dhamma. Also there are some devoted ones. Okay. Protected by clan. That means no one to protect her. Protected by clans. If anyone engage sexual intercourse with that lady or the male person, it is sexual misconduct. As a husband and wife, so you have a marriage life, you have a husband, you have a wife. Okay, so if you go beyond your husband, that means go beyond your husband. If you go beyond your wife, if you engage sex with other, that is sexual misconduct.
Even though the two are both recognized by both.
Recognize?
Like a Muslim, they have four.
Muslim, that is according to their religion.
Yeah.
But according to Buddhism, it is not allowed. Yeah. In Buddhism, it is not allowed. But in Sri Lanka, you know, in ancient time, there were, it's called in Sinhala, ekageyikama, like that. Okay. So when the family is there, so they have the property, they don't like to give the property to outside. Therefore, they bring only one lady for whole family. That brother and there are two brothers or three brothers, only one lady. Okay, so they look after by she look after by three husband, like that. Okay, because they don't want to give the property to outside. Okay, three share like that. It was some tradition, but I don't know according to Buddhism is okay or not. Okay, yeah, it is some tradition there. The Muslim also, according to the Sri Lanka also, they marry more than two. More than two they marry. Yes. Because actually it is according to their promise. The bondage. Yeah.
If there is no disharmony in polygamy, I think that's fine, right?
Yes.
One respects the other one and they can.
Yeah.
If there's that kind of relationship, then it's fine. But if there's resentment between one wife and the next wife, then I think it's a big problem, right?
In Buddhism, actually, it is not mentioned you can marry only one like that. It is not mentioned. I can't find any story like that. But if it is actually their bondage, their bond. Okay. Sometimes maybe traditionally changed. Okay. So such kind of question actually asked when I was in Hong Kong University. One of my friend, Indian friend, he say actually it is not marriage. It's like living together. Okay. So both of them are, it's okay. Okay. So I go to a foreign country and she also come to foreign country. Both are living together and so no problem. And they go back to their countries. Then what is called like that? It's a sexual misconduct like that. Okay, then I didn't have actually the real answer. Then I said this is the Maturakkita, Piturakkita, Bhaturakkita, like that. It is mentioned in Buddhism. That means actually it is better only depend on wife and husband and wife. Yeah, to have a marriage life. Okay, then we finish our Dhamma discussion. So again, so you think up to now you listen to Buddha's teaching, Dhamma talk, and we had a Dhamma discussion and you accumulate much merits. Again, we transfer the merits we accumulated in this time to our for the deities, wherever they are, they will be very happy and they rejoice in their abodes. and we transfer these merits to our departed ones, our relatives, parents, and any other related to our life, and we also can rejoice with these merits, and we all together achieve supreme bliss of Nibbana. Say sadhu sadhu 3 times. Akasattha ca bummata deva naga mahiddika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakhantu loka sasanang. Akasattha ca bummata deva naga mahiddika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakhantu loka sasanang. Akasattha ca bummata deva naga mahiddika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakhantu tvang sada. May the triple gem bless of you. Sukhi hotu.